Hi everyone, this is Daniel Japutra. Today I'm gonna be talking about what would Uthman do. Everyone, I think everybody knows who Uthman is. He was the third caliph in Islam. Now, this question came crossing my mind about a few weeks ago, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, and this is the background. About 2 months ago, I listened to an interview by Muhammad Hijab. His guest was Yasir Qadhi. Yasir Qadhi is a Muslim scholar. In my opinion, he knows more about Islam than even Ahmad Didat or Zakir Naik, let alone Muhammad Hijab. The topic was the preservation of Quran. Muhammad Hijab asked and tried to squeeze Yasir Qadhi to say yes, Quran is preserved. But Yasir Qadhi kept saying that this kind of discussion should never be discussed in public. He also said that he never brought this up in public. He even said that he finally he said the standard narrative has holes in it. Most Muslims do not know the difference between Ahruf and Qiraat. I myself don't know much about these two. But if Ahruf, according to Islamic tradition, Quran was revealed in 7 Ahruf. And Ahruf is like styles or modes, or I think it's the different wording but the same meaning. Rashidun Caliph Uthman's standardization of the Quranic in year 650 destroyed many of the Ahruf. Uthman did not only burn different Quran but also other Ahruf. Uthman burned all copies and asked Zaid ibn Thabit to make one standard copy in the dialect of the Quraysh. Uthman burned the other variations revealed by Jibril. So if Quran is revealed by Allah in 7 Ahruf, and now we only have 1 Ahruf, or we call it actually halves, it's really hard to chew that someone like Uthman, even though he was a caliph, how could he burn Allah's words? And I don't understand why Uthman did not own his own Quran or standard Quran, and Zaid ibn Thabit as well did not have Quran. The fact that Zaid ibn Thabit has to compile one more time. Why didn't, if they have one Quran, they could just make a copy from that Quran? Uthman did not have to call Zaid ibn Thabit. And in other words, nobody seemed to have original Quran at the time. And according to one scholarly opinion, there were 7 Ahruf because there were 7 tribes: Quraish, Hudayl, Tamim, Hawazin, Thaqif, Kinanah, and Yemen, each with their own dialect. So that's why Quran revealed in 7 Ahruf or dialects. And now Uthman destroyed all the dialects. We can find it in Sahih al-Bukhari 4987, narrated Anas bin Malik, Hudayfa bin al-Yaman came to Uthman at the time when the Prophet of Sham and the people of Iraq were waging war to conquer Armenia and Azerbaijan. Hudayfa was afraid of their differences in recitation of the Quran, so he said to Uthman, Uthman, O chief of the believers, save this nation before they differ about the book, about Quran, as the Jews and the Christians did before. So Uthman sent a message to Hafsa saying, send us manuscript of the Quran so we may compile the Quranic materials in perfect copies and return the manuscript to you. Hafsa sent it to Uthman. Uthman then ordered Zaid ibn Thabit, Abdullah ibn Az-Zubair, Zaid ibn al-Ais, and Abu Rahman bin Harith bin Hisham to rewrite the manuscript in perfect copies. Uthman said to the three Qurayshi men, in case you disagree with Zaid ibn Thabit on any point in the Quran, then write it in the dialect of Quraysh. The Quran was revealed in their tongue. They did so. And when they had written many copies, Uthman returned the original manuscripts to Hafsa. Uthman sent to every Muslim province one copy of what they had copied, and ordered that all the other Quranic materials, whether written in fragmentary manuscripts or whole copies, be burned. Now, Qiraat is variants in recitation. There are seven different recitations from one Hafs that was standardized by Uthman. These 7 Qiraat were approved by someone who lived roughly he was born 228 years after the death of Muhammad. His name was Abu Bakr ibn Mujahid. He died in year 936 AD. So someone who's born 228 years after Muhammad approved 7 recitations of Quran. On what authority? That's a question. And one of the narration we have is like describe a dispute between Umar ibn al-Khattab and Hisham ibn Hakim regarding the recitation of Surah Al-Furqan. And Umar requested Muhammad to be the judge on the matter. This can be found in the Muwatta of Malik ibn Anas. I heard Hisham ibn Hakim ibn Hizam reciting Surah Al-Furqan differently, and it was the Prophet who had taught me it. I was about to rush up to him, but I allowed him to finish the prayer. Then I grabbed him by the cloak and took him to the messenger of God and said, Messenger of God, I heard this man reciting Al-Furqan differently to the way you taught me. The messengers of God said, let him go. He then said, recite, Hisham. Hisham recited in the same way he had done before. The messenger of God said, it was sent down like that. He then taught me to recite, and I did so. And he said, it was sent down like that. This Quran was sent down according to 7 ahruf, so recite whatever it's easy for you. So ahruf and qiraat are very messy matters. That's why Yasir Qadhi said in the original it has many holes. Quran has holes because of ahruf and qiraat. And I do question the authenticity of Quran myself, because it's not just because of qiraat and ahruf, but why would Allah send a book retelling almost the same story like Bible in different language 600 years later. But anyway, so, and I want to tell you this. There's another hadith saying, talking about this Ahruf. It is a hadith in the Musannaf of Abdul Razak, citing Ubay ibn Ka'b. I disagreed with one of my companions regarding of ayah, a verse, and so we went to the messenger of God about it. He said, recite Ubay, and I did so. Then he said to the other man, recite, and he did so. The Prophet said, both of you are right and correct. I said, we can't be both right and correct. The Prophet pushed me in the chest and said, the Quran was sent down to me, and I was asked, according to one harf or two? I said, according to two. I was then asked, according to two harfs or three? I said, according to three. This went on until we reached 7 harfs. All of them are acceptable as long you do not mix up an ayah of mercy with an ayah of punishment, or an ayah of punishment with an ayah of mercy. My conclusion is, I have a couple of conclusions actually. One is Uthman destroyed at minimum 6 ahrufs, and Abu Bakr, who lived over 200 years after the death of Muhammad, had authority to approve 7 qiraat. And Muslims said these qiraat were memorized by Sahaba, Muhammad's companions. But I really don't think so. Because otherwise it would be approved already years before Abu Bakr ibn Mujahid. So today, the question to you is, what happened with Ahruf and Qiraat? And what happened with Uthman? What did he do? Thank you very much. Have a good evening. God bless.